Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Oh, what's going on out there, my folks in YouTube land and everywhere else? Oui, monsieur, merci beaucoup, and all these other good things. Your boy is back, and guess what? I'm glad you're back here with me. Welcome to a nice, beautiful Monday fall afternoon. And I'd just like to say thank you for supporting your boy while I've been over there. And I want to give a special shout out to the homeboys, my homeboys, who, even though I got stuck over there a little bit, they were ready to put together a GoFundMe to get me back here. Right? Isn't that so sweet? You know what I mean? Although the GoFundMe didn't come out to be anything, because I'm just joking. I didn't need anything. So we were good getting back. But as you see in the title, what we're going to talk about, it was this movie called Meet the Parents. And the movie came out back in 2000, 2001, something like that. And it was starring Ben Stiller. And what the premise of the movie was Ben Stiller was dating this family called the Fockers with Robert De Niro as the father. And he was a former FBI or CIA agent or whatever. And he was very, very hard on this guy named Greg Focker. Who I don't think their names were the Fockers. He was Greg Focker. So they kind of like played on his name. So but Robert De Niro was kind of like busting his chops the entire movie, trying to see if he was good enough for his daughter. Now, he would ask him stuff like, because Greg, Ben Stiller, was actually a nurse and he wasn't a doctor. So his dad, Robert De Niro would have something to say about that and just different things like that. But the girl, Robert De Niro's daughter, really loved Ben Stiller, Greg Focker. So she brought him home. So then they went on to have a sequel, Meet the Fockers, which was Greg's kind of eccentric family with Dustin Hoffman. But I bring that up because when you think about it, whether you get married or not, if you decide to have kids, for most times for people who've had kids, now you have this other family that in some ways, in some certain way, you're now connected to. And some people, they take that seriously, and some others don't. Now, to me, what's the first thing to taking an in-law serious or taking your new family serious is to, come in with some humility. Come in and be helpful. Come in and show grace. Come in and show, what's the number one word I always say? Respect. Because the thing about respect is that, I might not agree with you all the time. You may not agree with me all of the time. But if we have a certain level of respect, what will happen is that we can grow from there. Because I feel as though you have respect for me. But let's look at it when it's the opposite way. If I feel as though you don't have any respect for me. Now, my kids are young, so, I don't have to deal with that quite yet. But I have dealt with it as an adult myself. And when you do choose to decide to bring people around your parent, you hope that this is a person that you can see yourself spending a long period of time with, if even the rest of your life. So you're not just bringing around somebody who's like supposed to be a jerk, somebody who's supposed to be a person that is not going to show a certain amount of respect that even you hopefully show your own parents. You want them to be people who have integrity, as we talk about, have character, have all of these different things that we talk about as far as being a good person. And yes, we know everybody's not going to get along with everybody. Sometimes we understand, especially with the ladies, sometimes the mother and the wife, or the mother and the fiance, or the mother and the girlfriend kind of don't see things eye to eye because, of course, most times your mother is going to see things from the way she sees it. Your mother is going to view things from you as being her son or her daughter. Your father also. But what sometimes happens, and what I'm finding out in life, what in a lot of times happens, is that there is this level of respect that I don't know if it's a facade that some people put up. I don't know if it's just because they still want to stay in your good graces initially, that they kind of act like, they're down for the clan. They're down for the group. They like your family. They sometimes even ingratiate themselves to your family. And of course, certain people in your family they like, because that's typically how it is. Oh, I like that one over there. Oh, I like your auntie. But you have an issue with my mom. Oh, your uncle is so cool. He's so such and such and such and such. But you don't like my sister. You don't like my brother. And, none of us are perfect. And of course, these things come up and they cause issues. But here is my issue with these people that cause these issues. You understand it's my family, right? The same way I understand it's your family, right? So those of us that are respectful and good people, what do we try to do? Even if we don't get along necessarily with family members, we try to still extend our hands and be respectful, decent people. And we are not expecting you as the other person to be a disrespectful person. You may say, hey, G, what you talking about? This is what I'm talking about. If I deal with you and your parents with respect, you should deal with mine with respect. And it comes in several different ways, whether it's a text message, whether it's a phone call, whether it's the way you drop off children, whatever you do it with some level of respect and understanding. And I get it. Some of us don't know how to respect other people because we don't respect ourselves. So let's just say, for instance, if I'm texting your mom, your dad, your sister, I'm showing the utmost respect. Hey, Miss Linda. Hey, Miss Jean. I'm showing the utmost respect. Hey, Miss Williams. Or good afternoon or good morning. But I don't start a text off with, hey, I'm such and such and such and such, like I'm on their level. You ever see these people, they just because they are an adult, they think that they're on the level as the seniors. They think that they're on the level so like for me, I'm 51. So, they're 20 something years old. So they think that they're on the level of me. Well, I got news for you. You're not. And that's the problem a lot of times in our culture, is that we don't seem to understand, a lot of us, the concept of respecting the parents. People don't get to see their grandkids because somebody just feels like, hey, look, I just don't want to do it. 3 blocks away, 4 blocks away, I just don't want to bring the grandkids around. I don't want to do it. And see, me, because I don't want to talk about other people, but me, as a man, not a mama's boy, but as a man, will say, hey, listen, man, make sure my kids see my mom. Make sure my kids see my dad. Because, see, that's what men do. See, everybody, a man to many people is a lot of different things. But to me, let's say, for instance, if I were a parent of a 25-year-old and had kids, and they're not bringing my grandkids around to me, I'd start to ask and question and wonder why. What in the world is going on? What, as a parent, have I done to you? What decisions did I make to make you feel as though you or your girlfriend or your wife or your fiance don't want to bring the grandkids around me? What did I do? Did I say something wrong to you? Did I say something wrong to her? What did I do? Because, see, meeting the parents is more than just meeting the parents. Meeting the parents, if somebody brings you to meet their parent, they are vouching for you. When somebody sits in your wedding and does all this other stuff, these people are vouching for you in front of the eyes of God. You're saying that this other person is going to be an extension of me, which means is that if I can't bring the kids around, you darn sure are going to make sure you bring the kids around. That means that if I talk to my mother and my father with respect, you are going to do the same. Yes, we understand you don't have the same kind of bond with my parents as you do with your parents or as I do. We get that. We understand that. But we also understand that there should and needs to be a certain level of respect, a certain level of love when it comes down to these situations. Because see, some people give people a out. No, you know what I'm saying? You're not brainwashed or anything. You've lost your way. Because to me, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I've had a couple dollars, lost it, had it, lost it, whatever. I don't care. To me, money is great. But unless you're a millionaire, gazillionaire, whatever, listen. You still need to rely on your folks, on your parents. And I'm not talking about financially. I'm talking about emotionally, mentally. Because, see, the thing that kills me with all of this stuff, you always have these people talking about, yeah, it's all about the kids. No, it's not, dog. No, it's not. It's all about you. It's all about you. You're going to do what's best for you, and then the kids come in after that. So it's all about you. So when it comes down to meeting the parents, I've now put somebody in front of my parents who ain't worth ish. I've put somebody in front of my family members or introduced them to family members and they're not worth ish. And yes, you may be worth something to your family. Yes, you may be worth something to the people you are. But even they, for the most part, probably have to start questioning, why does he act like that? Why does she act like that? Is there something wrong with them? Is there some type of mental evaluation that needs to be done? But it's sickening. I hear about the stories. I live through the stories. And even if I've dealt with a woman and I didn't care for her family members and everything, which is just about never, because I have no reason not to respect and care about somebody if I care about you. How can I care about you but not care about the well-being of your parents? Does that make any sense out there? How can I care about you, but I don't care about how your parents feel? I don't care if your family, your parents are sick. I don't care if they're not doing well or any of that other kind of stuff, but I still choose to move with these kids the way I want to move. Do in-laws and people not get along and have issues and all this other kind of stuff? Sure they do. But at what point do you grow up and you say, hey, not just is this my in-laws, this is the grandparents of my kids. And a lot of these people, they don't know, guys and girls, that you're going to start looking real ugly. You're going to start looking real old. You already look stupid because you're not doing the right thing. Everybody want to run around here and do what they want to do. No, it's rules to everything. And I'm telling you, what goes around will come around. I talked about it a few weeks ago. Grannies going wild. You know what I mean? Y'all hate some women out here in their 40s and 50s running around here like they still 20-something years old. You ain't got no respect. And you know what I've learned? Like I said before, when you don't have respect for your elders, you don't have respect for yourself. Which once again makes you a what? Okay, if you watch, you can't hear a what? A what? An emotional bum. I don't get it. How can you not have respect for a woman or a man that's old enough to be your father? And you were brought into the circle by the guy you said that you loved or the girl that you said that you loved. How could you ever fix yourself to be disrespectful towards them? But I tell you one thing, there's a bunch of them who can. So, what's the solution? Because I'm telling you, and I would tell anybody this. You can't get along with my mom. You can't get along with my dad. You can't get along with my family for whatever reasons. You can't be with me. And that's along with being thorough to me. It's hard for me to understand how some men and some women tolerate that. How could you let this person, just because you're dealing with them, how could you let them constantly disrespect your family, constantly not show up for your mother and your father? You should be ashamed of yourself, the both of you. So I hope out there when somebody meets someone's parent or parents, they show a certain amount of respect. Show a certain amount of reverence. Because see, as we all get old, we should all be more revered and respected. It shouldn't go the other way. Because guess what? Today me, tomorrow you. And it's funny because, well, it ain't funny, but because when people start passing away and all that, and you know you wasn't worth ish. So my ladies, my guys out there, you got in-laws, you want to be somebody's in-law, treat them like you got some sense. Treat them like you would treat your own parent. You wouldn't do that to your parent, would you? Would you? Or would you? Maybe you would. But I tell you one thing, you damn sure ain't gonna do my parents like that. But y'all tell me what you think. We need to get these comments up, guys and gals. So tell me how you feel. Tell me if you agree or if you disagree. And that's okay too. You know what I mean? Because that's what we're here for. And oh, by the way, because I did learn a little bit of French. So what was I saying before? Merci beaucoup means thank you very much. Yeah, that's basically what I learned. But this is what I do know in English. Live life. Don't let life live you.